Well, one of the most successful channels on YouTube has just been bought by a major media house. DreamWorks Animation is buying up Awesomeness TV. That's right, that's what it's called. It's an online network aimed at teens with some 14 million subscribers. By the way, half of the hits come from international destinations. I spoke to Awesomeness CEO Brian Robbins and DreamWorks chief Jeffrey Katzenberg, a media legend in his own right, about the deal and about the move to digital investment.
Like it or not, as a filmmaker, and maybe I don't like it, but you sort of have to deal with the reality that my kids love to jump from thing to thing to thing, or they could be watching television and be watching a video in their hand at the same time. And so that's sort of the world we're servicing.
If you had to pick a single word and say, okay, well, what is at the core of why this is happening today and why it is explosive and why its potential is, you know, so astounding, it is mobile, mobile, mobile.
How do businesses make money in this landscape? Does it have to be about advertising? Are you able to sort of, you know, connect with viewers and get the subscriptions that you used to? I mean, have we figured that out yet?
Well, that's what I think is, you know, quickly evolving here. And, you know, there are really, you know, two very natural models here that are going to, I think, you know, quickly, you know, take root here. So the first is a traditional one, which is advertising. And, you know, eyeballs are eyeballs in this, and whether they're eyeballs watching short content or, you know, longer content, they are valuable to advertisers. Now, you have to adjust the, you know, the advertising message, and there needs to be as much original and creative approach to that as there is to the content itself. But there is for sure a powerful and very valuable advertising component to this. Also, the other side of it, which is really going to be the next step, and we feel very confident about that, is going to be one that involves subscription and pay when you're giving people premium content. And so both of these models, I think you're going to find them, you know, quickly growing in value.
Brian, as a content creator, I would think this is fantastic that you have so many platforms in which to put your stuff out there. But as a consumer myself, I mean, sometimes there's so much noise, I'm not sure where to go. Does it make it better and easier to sort of get projects made, find a home for them? Or is it harder to break through the noise and get a hit and get a mass audience?
Well, it's both, right? Now, unlike ever before, anybody can make content, right? So we're discovering young, talented people every day on our platform. That's exciting. The tough part is breaking through, right, and finding an audience. But I think it's the same as it always has been. A hit is a hit is a hit. So if you make good content, people will come. I mean, we've been able to scale an audience in 10 months, starting from zero on Awesomeness. That is pretty, you know, pretty big. And I think what we've done is we sort of filled a void that kids and teens and tweens were not getting served from, you know, other networks. And I think that will continue.
I mean, Jeffrey, this is an industry, though, that is sort of addicted to the blockbuster. You know a thing or two about that from your time at Disney and DreamWorks. Do we have to change the scale on what we talk about for numbers in terms of successful media properties?
Well, Brian talks in billions, and that seems very appealing to me. So everybody over there, YouTube is always talking about billions. Billions of hits, billions of views, billions of subscribers. I'm very excited. It's billions. Very exciting.
But it is true. I mean, there's a billion unique...
See, there he goes.
1 billion unique, you know, viewers on YouTube every month. That's a pretty massive audience. I mean, it dwarfs television. It really does.
I'm hoping we can get those billion to see Turbo, our next movie. Imagine if we got 1 billion people to see it. My goodness.
I knew there was going to be a plug in there somewhere.
Had to.